Welcome one and all to Medieval Dynasty's Autumn Update. The Autumn Update to Medieval Dynasty is probably giving us one of the most important features or updates with regards to farming that we've had in quite a while. Now, they haven't added any new items, they haven't added any new techniques. What they have done is tweaked the UI. The main thing is that now you can farm, or you can manage your farm, based on every single season. Like the herbalist hut, when you can decide what to gather, when, and what to produce, you can now decide what to plant in each individual season. Before, farming used to be a chore, or at least a small one. Every spring, summer, autumn, every time the season changed, you would have to go into your management screen and change the settings. If you forgot one year, it could be a day or two before you even remembered, and you'd lose that precious time for your workers. To manage your farm, you simply select a field. Here we're going to do field 6, and you hit change plant type. This brings us to the second great addition to this update, being the sowing timetable. As you can see here, these are all the different crops we can grow in Medieval Dynasty. And currently, as we are in spring, we can start with any one of these crops. We're of course going to start with flax, extremely useful, extremely versatile, and something that can make you a lot of money. So we're going to plant them all over here, and that will deal with our spring. So that means in spring, any workers we have will try and sow or prepare the soil and then sow flax. And then if we go to summer, we can see that the flax will be ready to harvest. However, we can sow cabbages in the summer. So by clicking on cabbage and assigning it to the summer, we can see that our workers will now harvest the flax and then sow the cabbages, which means we are set up for 2 seasons. And now in autumn, we're going to harvest the cabbage. It makes it very easy. We have a choice between sowing wheat and sowing rye. However, we know that in spring we set up to grow flax. So having something grow during the spring and stop us next year might be a bit of a problem. So we can decide to grow rye, which is perfect. And then in winter, we can see that the rye will be growing. We don't have anything added to do with it. But then if we swing all the way back around to spring, we will see that we need to harvest the rye and sow the flax again. This means that we can set up fields to work or to cycle year round with the different produce we need. So that means we can grow a load of cabbages to fill up our compost bins, so we can get fertilizer, which we can then use to fertilize the fields, so we can plant a load more resources or load more plants. So that means we can grow more cabbages, so that we can then fill our fertilizer bins. And with that, we can make fertilizer, which means we can plant more fields, which means we can grow more cabbages to fill up the fertilizer bins. I hope you enjoy this new update in Medieval Dynasties. I'm gonna need a minute.